Welcome once again to Mentor Mike's Market Movie. Today is Thursday, March 1st. It also happens to be my birthday. I'm turning the big 6'3" today. So, let's get started. Looks like we kind of just missed a trading opportunity here. I don't want to chase the train after it's left the station. If we'd gotten in about here, we'd had a nice little long trade, but I'm sure there will be other opportunities. Yesterday, when everything was flat, we were trading in both directions. Now, as you can see, we've got an upsloping long-term moving average, and our red, white, and blue trio are relatively far above it. So we're going to be concentrating on long trades, at least for the time being here. Okay. Now, notice that we flipped the parabolic to bullish here. Blue is above white, but white's still below the red. We still have some pretty shallow rises here, and I want to get in and make some money here. We've got this thing coming up above the 50% level. Don't quite have the crossover here. We've got a little bit of a bearish bend here and a definite, I meant bullish bend and a definite bearish configuration here. But nonetheless, the energy is flowing up right now, and you can see over here on the 5-minute that we've got the blue definitely above the white. So watch what happens if we get on board here. There's our first target. Not enough to move the stop, though, so we'll move the stop manually. Oh, stopped out. Let's end that trade. We would have been stopped out when the parabolic flipped. I was kind of in the process of moving it at the time. Now, notice that in the time it took for that to rise, we flipped the parabolic to bullish on the 5-minute, and we had our stochastic and MACD heading up as well. You notice I've got the white moving average a little bit thicker. It's because the curvature of that white moving average is very determinative of the directionality of the price. Alright, we've almost got a crossover on the 1 minute MACD. The 1 minute Stoch is above the halfway point. Haven't quite flipped the parabolic here. Over here, we're bullish on the parabolic. No cross on the MACD, but we do have some bullishness on the stochastic. So let's get long. There we go. Once again, we've hit the first target, but not moved the stop. That happens sometimes. That's why we move it manually when that happens. Okay, stopped out. Whoop. I got in a little quicker on that in real life, so let's see if we still have room to make out here. Plus, we've got this arrow to draw and this arrow to draw, and we did hit the first target, so we're looking good. Oh, stopped again. All right, upward curvature here and here. We've got a bullish crossover now on the 5 minute MACD. 5 minute Stoch is lagging a little bit, but I'm sure we'll see that turn around very quickly. So hit the target. Oh no, it didn't. It dropped and hit the stop is what happened here. That's right. All right, let's pause this for a moment while we draw some trade arrows. And start it up again. Now, I'm going to get long here because you see how far this white is above the red, plus this is a 5 wave, I'm pretty sure. Consequently, this is either a 1 or an A. And if it's a 1, it's going to go 1, 2, and then sell off again. But we're going to have to get back up here in the vicinity. And we got to get the white down here before it's going to go south. So I'm pretty sure there's enough of a bounce here to make us at least the first target. So watch this. But I tell you, even the second target. And we haven't even flipped the parabolic. Now, I remember this from the real time. I actually got long right here when the price spiked above the red. But as you'll see, if we do that, we're going to have to wait quite a while before the thing finally takes off. So I'm going to play it a little more conservative here and wait until the white is ready to cross the red, and then we'll get long again. That's what I should have done this morning. No harm, no foul, but still, we'll try to play it right. In the meantime, let's move our stop. I think I actually got out of the long trade here and went short, and then we had a brand new long trade. That's what happened. Right. It wasn't all one big long trade like we've got here. So really, we got in about here where we broke above the red, and it's been all one trade. Now, about here is where it'd be a good opportunity to get long. I'm not going to add to this position. We'll just play out the trade we're in, see what happens. What did I say about getting long? Well, we'd be waiting out a bit here, wouldn't we? Well, eventually we'd have been all right, as you can see. Notice that we're just now getting close to a bullish crossover on the 5-minute MACD. So if we waited until that thing actually crossed, we would have stayed out of all of this sideways stuff. Oops, got a little hit of the parabolic there. Oh, stopped out. And parabolic flips. Okay. As I recall, we have a little break here before our next opportunity. Yes, I recall now that during the day I took this long trade, but I got out of it when it broke south of the red here. And I actually reversed and went short and made some money on the short side. And then when it turned around and broke above the red again, I got long. But I had to wait through all of this, just as we did today, until eventually we made some money. So we missed out on a couple of additional trades. That's going to affect the bottom line, but we'll see. All right, now we're pretty close to a crossover here, but we're pretty overbought here, so I'm going to wait until this thing comes back around a little bit. Also, the white and the red really need to get a little bit closer before this thing is likely to bust out to the upside. Once in a while you'll get a move that starts when there's some distance, but when you're talking about wave 4, wave 5, this is probably wave 3 here. We had 1, 2, 3, and this is kind of a complex wave 4, all of this. When the breakout finally comes to the upside, that'll be our wave 5, and it'll probably move enough to where it'll at least equal this high, maybe even take it out a little bit. All right, we're starting to get closer now. All right. Now, I meant to pause that before we got to that point. We may have run out of space already, thanks to my yakking, but let's see. Oh, thank goodness we hit the first target. That's one of the troubles of this market movie. I try to fill in the gaps with a little witty banter here that will keep you entertained and educated, but when I do that, I miss what's going on the chart because it's going so fast. It's always something, honestly. Okay, here we go. And let's see, we're a little past 11 a.m. Pacific time on our replay. Notice we're getting pretty close to a bearish crossover on the 5-minute MACD. In fact, we just got it just now. What we want to see, however, is not only this MACD cross, but we want to see this parabolic flip also, like that. Okay. Now, we're breaking below the red here. We're heading below 0. We're in the lower half. We're heading below 0 over here. We got a cross. We flipped the parabolic. For all of those reasons, let's get short. And Now, I seem to recall getting in earlier on this one and hitting a first target by now. Could be. But we're going to wait it out here because all the activity is south of the red line here on the MACD. We're underneath the red moving average, and you can see there's a definite downward slope here. Got a major league bearish MACD on the 5, and the stochastic is below its 50% level on the 5 as well. So now the market will sell off. I actually caught this move and this one here, but in our case it's all one trade. Okay, stopped out. Okay, now I believe we have one more shot at the upside here. All right, flip this parabolic. Everything else looks pretty bullish here, except I'm talking too much. And I didn't even create the right kind of order. I meant to hit the market order, and instead I hit an actual price slat here, so we'll go ahead and cancel that. And we're probably out of space, but let's try it anyway. If we'd actually gotten in when I first hit the button, we'd already have that target. Got to be on your toes when you're going 30 times faster than normal speed. And you can't launch into a little diatribe right at the time you should be getting ready to pause the data feed. But such is life. Oh, it helps if you speed it up too. There we go. I think we actually hit the second target on this trade, but we're probably too far away, too late on the uptake for that. Okay, and now we're almost out of time. Okay, it's 12 after 1, and I'm pretty sure we did hit the second target on the real trade. Let's go ahead and draw our arrow. I forgot to mark this one on the static chart, so you won't see this one on there, but we did take that trade. And I am going to close this out, and we'll have to start the data feed to finish off here. And there you have it. Okay, so today we made a net of $1,425. And for those who like to play with math, that's $7,125 a week, and 50 weeks a year. That's a little over $350,000. Most people can kind of scrape by on that. How many trades did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 biggies, no losers, and $1,425 profit. Okay, see you tomorrow.